Please retweet because, guys, we are getting back into our hardcore Minecraft, and by ours, of course, I mean mine. Getting back into hardcore, and I am actually so close to 100 days, which I did not think I was ever actually going to get to. And seeing all these, I did 100 days Minecraft, but it's on half a heart or whatever. I know this is very pathetic, but I'm terrible at Minecraft, so I deserve some praise. Now, say hello to Master Shake. Okay, what can I use for a roof of my dumb party house? That should probably just burn. I mean, can't go wrong with spruce planks, I suppose. And then after this, I am legally obligated. Oh gosh, this looks so terrible. Like, I know I'm trying to make it terrible, but it's starting to physically give me pain to look at. Then I have to take down all these trees. I can't have a nice party without a lawn to play cornhole on. I'm an American, after all. Gonna do the worst roof possible. Perfectly straight up and down. Just, actually might as well put that there while I can. It's gonna be so pretty. Sorry about any background noises. There's a bunch of cars very loudly going by my house. And my apartment is right next to the road. And also the railroad, so it'd be really perfect if a train went by right now, I gotta say. New. Do 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 do. Alright. You know what it is, what it is, what isn't. We came here to party. Life like nobody was watching. I got my city right behind me. If I fall, they got me. Ba-ba-bum. So we put our hands up. Oh, oh, oh. Let's go. Na 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 na. You know what people say. Okay, come on. No. I needed that. Dang, after this, I'll be almost close to being out of my most abundant resource, spruce wood. This is gonna be such an awesome party. Yay! Gimme. Beautiful. I'd say another stack should cut it. I'm gonna do a world tour after I clear out all these trees. Grabbing the wrong chest. No, over here. No? Aha. Okay, that should be enough for a stack. Yes, it is. Man, my math skills are just incredible. Although I'm not entirely sure they are. I'm the epitome of lucky guesses. And then what's up here? I don't know why I said that. I know exactly what's up here. A platypus. Perry the platypus. Dooby dooby doo wah dooby dooby doo wah. Agent P. He's a semi-aquatic, egg-laying mammal of action. He's got more than just mad skill. He's got a beaver's tail and a bill. Ladies swoon whenever they hear him say, "Harrrr." For he is Perry. Perry the platypus. Completely unexpected, and by that I mean completely expected. This seems safe to jump from. Whee! The proper use for honey is not redstone machines or making your builds look nice. It's to slide down, of course. Rough. Okay, do I have an axe? No, I do not. Can I get an axe? Yes, I can. Is that all I have for cobblestone? Oh boy. Okay. That is as many as I am willing to spare. But they are my main source of attack. And they get most of my resources for me. So it's important. Speaking of attack, let's go see if anything besides a creeper is in here. Nope. Hello, sir. Oh gosh, you still blow up? This cave is just death. I've killed them in that boat before. I just thought they were not being cooperative in death. Or, I mean, they were accepting their death and being cooperative. I don't know. Even I don't know what I mean sometimes. Do I have anything in here? That's reassuring. Looks like nothing has ever tried to come up from that mine, which is incredibly reassuring, honestly. If for no other reason than aesthetic, I like birch trees. They just look nice, especially in tree form, but you can use their wood well, if you know how to use wood well. Specifically if it is birch tree wood. Because knowing how to use, like, oak well will do you nothing if you're working with birch. I don't know where I'm going with this, but we're going. I wore a dress today to school. I don't do that very often. And I'm still recovering from it. I don't know what happened with the whole thing, but I mean, I like getting compliments. My god complex lacks up a bit from that. I'll be completely honest with that. But I was not expecting some of the things I was told today. Like, at one point I was told I was the most beautiful person this guy's ever seen, and I don't even know what the heck but nah. It's a stinking dress. You've probably seen me before. Meanwhile, the cars outside my window just vroom vroom. Vamos, Jose's on his way. Let's see how the color farm is doing. Let's make 5 babies today. Okay, got a yellow, got a purple, got a pink. I need a green sometime. breath. Tell me, have you seen the sunset? Turn into the sunrise. Something break of day. Cool. Everything so poppy. Okay. We have to watch Sense and Sensibilities in my English class, and I'm so against all romantic movies of any kind. It just... ugh. And I don't have words to express just how much I hate things where it's like, I looked into his eyes, and he looked into mine, and knew that we were destined to be together, for the stars that aligned, the day, like, ugh. I could probably write a decent romance novel if I wanted to, but I don't want to. And it's mostly just become me and my classmates making fun of it, because I am immature like that. But also it's really funny to see Umbridge, Snape, and Dr. House all together discussing whether or not some random girl I've never seen before, but she's probably in other things, if she should get married. It's just so weird. If you like romance, good for you. Not my thing, and I really wish that I did not have to keep reading it. Like, give me action, give me adventure, give me fantasy. Give me a Midsummer's Night Dream, okay? That's about... like, that's still pushing it in the romance sector, but there is still, like, potions and evil and magic, which is acceptable. And then some, I'll be honest. Like, I also genuinely don't understand why people like to read romance. You do you. Read what makes you happy. As long as you're reading, that makes you better than a lot of other people. But where is the appeal in reading these things? Like, this is the story of how my heart was broken by Sir John Williams the Whimsington the Third, and I was but a young lass, hardly of marriage age, but determined to fall in love nonetheless. Like, none of that sounds awesome. Now, if it's the exact same story, except instead of falling in love, she goes and finds a magical crystal that's going to make her live forever, that I can get behind. That sounds like a good story. Or at least the potential to be a good story. Or like... okay, I'll stop with that. Okay, no, I won't. Just... especially since 99.9% of the time romance stories are about a girl and a guy who could both do better than the other. Like, he was kind and sweet, but shy, and she was a spoiled brat, but she had lots of money. Like, money-wise, she can do better, and everything else, why is my thing stuck? Okay, thank you. Money-wise, she could do better, and that's all she cares about, so good for her, go do that. And then for him, it's like, you could do better with any other human being on the planet. And, like, there's... ugh. Or... Taming of the Shrew. Like, I know it's a classic. And I know it's also supposed to be a comedy and stuff. But that's not funny. And, like, there's bits and parts where it's funny. But 99.9% of it's not funny. It's just like, wow, he's a terrible person. Wow, she's a terrible person. And it's like, and the end, for they lived happily ever after. And maybe the question is who tamed who? Like, what the heck? When I was little and it was just my dad and me, he tried very hard to get me to like girly things, but eventually he gave up and just let me like X-Men like I wanted to, which was awesome. But he went through a few periods of time. I turned down the sound so you can hear my useless narrative. He went through a few periods of time where he wanted me to still like girly stuff, and his way of doing that was chick flicks that he could stomach. And I watched 10 Things I Hate. Oh, is that lightning? I watched 10 Things I Hate About You, which, I mean, I've seen worse, but it was just not amusing to me at all. And then went right back to watching X-Men, because the new one had just come out at the time when I watched it. That was like the extent of it. But with my mom, I try to watch girly, quote-unquote girly things with her all the time. I shouldn't say all the time, because we've tried a few times and it has inevitably failed every time. But, like, watched one called To All the Boys I Ever Loved or something like that, and I was just so lost through the entire thing, and the girl was so stupid. She's like, I don't understand, how could anyone get access to the letters I wrote that have, and then get them to the right people, as if I had labeled and addressed them. Like, not a single part of the movie made sense. Just don't be an idiot. It comes much easier to most people than you, but I believe in you. And when I was little, I say little, I mean like 12 or so, I kept getting forced to read all these coming-of-age stories, and those are dumb too. Like, there is not a single good coming-of-age story out there that I can find. The closest I've ever come to a coming-of-age story that was good was Esperanza Rising, which I read in, I think, 8th grade as for an assigned reading project, and it wasn't 100% about coming of age, which is probably why it was stomachable. Not stomachable. It's probably why I could stomach it. It's palatable. You know the word. You're palatable. There we go. Long story short with that one, Esperanza Rising is about a girl who lives in Mexico, and, I mean, it's been a super long time since I've read this book, but her dad is, I wouldn't say rich, but he's rich, and she has a very luxurious life, and she's happy where she is, and then right before her birthday, tragedy strikes. In case you want to read it, I'm not going to spoil too much, but she ends up having to come to the U.S. and learning to, like, work and stuff, and she becomes, like, a functioning member of society instead of just a super spoiled girl. And, I mean, she had good characteristics before, like, she was kind and stuff, but then she had to grow up. And it wasn't a grow up, like, her body's changing kind of grow up, which is what 99% of coming-of-age stories are about. There's a movie that just came out a little bit ago at the movie theater I work at called Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret. I read that stupid book when I was in 6th grade. If I could burn all copies of it, I would gladly do so. I don't understand why anyone would willingly read that of their own accord. Like, not a single part of it's good. It's just super dull and boring, and 99% of it's about a girl who just wants to start a period. Okay, then. And I've read so many other coming-of-age stories, I just don't like them. There's one that I had to read so many different times for school projects, and I would rather read Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret 5 times than have to read this one again. It's called Walk 2 Moons, and it's really confusing, really stupid. It's about a girl, and you don't know this at the beginning entirely, but her mom died, and it wasn't exactly her fault, but it wasn't exactly not her fault, so she's struggling with issues with that, which, okay, we got internal conflict. I can work with that. So her grandparents decide, okay, we're taking you to Idaho. And she's like, Idaho? And they make that a running joke for some reason. And then as we go along on this really, really boring and slow quote-unquote adventure that they go on their way to Idaho, she discovers more about herself, and we learn more about how her mom died. And someone tells her at some point, you can't understand. Hi, making a video. What's up, Mama? I need to go to bed.
Pretty soon.
Okay. I'm going to bed in the game, too. I will go to sleep in just a second here. Okay, I had to finish up my book review because I didn't know that's what this is going to turn into. So someone at one point tells her, oh, you can't judge a single person until you walk 2 moons in his moccasins. And she's like, oh, what's moccasins? And, like, she gets a little bit of a cultural education, I guess, there. Again, whole thing's so dumb. And 0 out of 5 stars. Do not recommend. Okay, do the blue one and the yellow one, and then get me a green baby. Did I just watch you make a yellow baby? That is not how colors work. Fine. Pretty sure you saw a black one. That seems improbable. Someone's cheating. But long story short, that book also sucks. And I personally think that the world would be better without it. Now, if Percy Jackson was a required reading thing, or Six of Crows, or Hunger Games even, they're your school, you still get your stupid romance bits. Or, I don't know, what other great ones are there? Harry Potter, even. Like, if those were the required reading, that'd be way better. Like, are you telling me that as one of the most powerful countries in the nation, we can't get over sad girls who don't understand why their bodies are changing? We can do so much better than this. And that is why I think we should get rid of assigned reading and let kids read books they actually like. Now, if there's some crazy person out there who honestly likes the book, Are You There, God? It's Me, Margaret, I'm sorry for you, because you have no taste. But get better soon, and I will allow you to incorrectly think this way for as long as you so wish. Because, after all, you can't take free choice away from people. Now subscribe or else. Alright. Leaving, going to Streamlabs, and then... Wait, what? Cogito ergo sum. Why I feel like this is Pig Latin. Or mus ogre. Would it be ogre? That could be ogre. What does it mean? Someone tell me. And please subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Thank you kindly.